gave Jesus over to the soldiers to be crucified, the soldiers got together and they started making fun of him. They took a purple robe and they put it on Jesus. You see, the color purple was what the kings wore. And they took a crown of thorns and they pushed it into his head because they remember that Jesus said he was the King of the Jews. And they made even more fun of him. They bowed down before Jesus and said, "Hail, the King of the Jews." See, they really didn't mean it. They just made fun of Jesus.
They were really mean to Jesus. They spit in his face. They slapped him. But you know, Pilate wanted to free Jesus. But the religious leaders insisted that Jesus be crucified.
And after they beat him really bad, they made him carry this big, heavy wooden cross, like this one, to the place he would be crucified.
And then they took nails, just like these, and they hammered the nails into his hands. And they hammered a nail into his feet. And Jesus just hung from the cross.
2 other men were crucified with Jesus, one on each side. So there were 3 crosses and Jesus in the middle. The 2 men were very bad men. Remember, this kind of death they gave to very bad people. And one of the bad men said to Jesus, "Ha! You can heal people, you can save them, but you can't even save yourself."
And the other man said to him, "Don't say that. Don't you have any respect for God? We're criminals. We deserve to die." But Jesus is innocent. He did not do anything wrong. Then he turned to Jesus and he said, "Jesus, remember me when you go to your kingdom in heaven."
And you know what Jesus told that criminal? He said, "I tell you the truth. Today you will be with me in heaven." Isn't that awesome? God forgave that man right there and then on that cross. And he was going to heaven with Jesus.
And that's what Jesus died for, so that you and I can be forgiven of our sins and go to heaven too.
That's right. Jesus had to die. When Jesus died, all our sins were washed away. And God brought us back together. The separation we had between God was no longer there.
And they took the 3 men, Jesus and the 2 criminals, from their crosses, and just to make sure that the criminals were dead, they broke their feet. But when they looked at Jesus, they saw that Jesus was already dead. So they took a big knife and they stabbed him in his side.
And blood and water gushed out of his side.
And there was this man by the name of Joseph. He went and he asked for Jesus' body. Now Joseph was a secret follower of Jesus because he was afraid of the Jewish leaders.
So Pilate gave Joseph Jesus' body. And Joseph and Nicodemus took Jesus' body and put it in Joseph's tomb. We wanted to see Jesus' body, so we followed it and we went there.
Yes, we did.
So turn and look this way. Stay where you are.
And we saw when they took Jesus' body and they wrapped it with strips of cloth so that his body would not smell bad. And then they laid him in a tomb just like this one.
Now, the religious leaders, they went to Pilate and they told Pilate, "Pilate, you need to put 2 guards by that tomb," because they knew that Jesus had told them that he would raise up from the dead 3 days later. And they didn't want anyone to steal Jesus' body and say that Jesus rose from the dead. So Pilate, he put 2 guards by the tomb, watching it day and night. And he rolled a huge stone in front of the tomb so no one could get in or out.
Yeah, like some little guards are going to stop God from doing what he has planned.
Exactly. So 3 days later, Mary and I, we went to the tomb to put some perfume on Jesus' body in case it started smelling.
And while we were on our way, we were thinking, how are we going to get into the tomb? There's this big stone right there, and the guards are there also.
But as we got closer to the tomb, a huge earthquake happened. And the stone rolled away, and the guards, they dropped like dead.
And we saw an angel.
That's really good there.
This angel was shining brightly, and he said to us, "Do not be afraid. Jesus, who you're looking for, is no longer here. He's risen, just as he said he would. Come, see where he lay."
So Mary and I, we went to the tomb, and we looked in, and all there was strips of cloth. Jesus wasn't there. What an amazing moment.
It really was. Now, how about we have the children come and look?
I think that's a great idea, Mary. So we're going to have 3 children come in slowly, maybe line up. Let's just see what we see.
Just get inside, look around, and come out.
That were left right there in the tomb. Now the angel was there as well. Okay, you look over there. You can go. Somebody else can. Some of the 3 more can come in. When Jesus, when we came in, it was only the that's on the cross.
One, two, three. I can go. Everybody will get to go, okay? Everybody will get to go.
You gotta wait for your turn.
Wait till they're done, guys.